What's happening, YouTubers? It's your boy CB, and we are back for my favorite segment on the channel. Huddle watch alongs with recruits. This smile lets you know that we got an absolute dog on today's show. For those of y'all that like trench bullies, offensive linemen that are absolute dogs, strong in pass pro, strong against the run, athletic, physical, can get out there in space and causes havoc when they're in the second level. This is your episode. You've clicked on the right episode. Oregon commit Ziyare Addison is, if not the best offensive lineman in this class, top three without any question. The athleticism of a tight end and a linebacker, but the power of a star offensive lineman and one of those guys that bookends an offensive line and keeps your quarterback upright for 4 quarters. But you don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from the superstar himself. Fresh off another monster season. Oh, you know the intro had to be fire for you, bro. My guy, Oregon commit Ziyare Addison. What's happening, bro?
What's going on, bro? I was still going crazy with that intro. That intro hard as fuck, bro. I forgot how hard it was. I was in my shit. Okay, how y'all doing?
You know, I didn't even realize people liked the intro till our episode last year. Because I'm playing it, and Ziyare was like this. I was like, you know what? I didn't even realize. Yeah, he in the camera.
Intro, bro. The intro hard, bro. Yes.
Hey, so before we get into the ball, before we get to anything, you know we got to get our nerdy stuff out the way. I'm gonna ask you a question I didn't get to ask last time. If I give you one anime or superhero character's powers that you could have, whose powers are you choosing?
You know what? I couldn't tell you because the super I want is the ability to teleport. I can't think of nobody. You know what? Darkseid can teleport. I'm gonna say Darkseid because Darkseid can teleport. That's the only person I can think of right now that can teleport. So say Darkseid.
That man say he want to teleport.
I want to teleport. I don't want to.
So before we get to anything, he wanted. Let me tell y'all something about a man that want to teleport. This is a dude that got a body of a star offensive tackle, but the feet and the athleticism of a linebacker, of a safety, of a running back. Ziyare, talk to us about the rushing touchdown this year, bro.
They was not trying to touch me, bro. Rewind it, bro. They was not trying to tackle me,
bro, at all.
Bro, look at the arm tackle, dog. He moved out the way.
He moved out the way.
He moved out the way.
All right. How long was this in the work?
Oh, bro, I was in the works for a week. It's called Z right. No, it's called Z Power. Overload right, Z Power. We've been working.
And then you dunked it.
We're supposed to do the bowling celebration, but I told I said if I have too much energy, I'm dunking it. And I dunked it.
You set up a whole celly with the squad, and it was like, hey, but if I'm hyped, I'm just gonna dunk this real quick.
I got excited, so I just dunked it.
How much have you been asking for this all season?
6-7 weeks.
And then delivered, bro. And you ain't lying when I say them boys said, nah, we're not.
I put on the wheels a little bit, though. I put on the jets a little bit.
Hey, but the burst is there.
Look at the vision, the burst.
Oh, hey, hold up. So 5-star offensive tackle, 4-star running back, 3-star running back. What we?
It's a little piece. I give myself.
We got a
3-star running back. I told Coach if I got the ball at the 20, I would have scored. Probably. I think I would have scored. If I got the ball at the 20, I would have scored. Because I was at the 7 or the 6.
That athleticism is crazy.
Oh yeah,
like that athleticism alone is absolutely insane. When we talk about offensive linemen that have that kind of versatility, that kind of speed, that kind of agility, we think of a particular school. We think of Oregon. Wide open offenses, spread offenses, offensive linemen that have the versatility to get out in space on a screen to get into the second level. How much did your skill set and your ability just mesh so well with what Coach Lanning likes to do up there in Eugene?
Another reason what we was talking about earlier why I transferred to my school, I know the offensive system. The offensive system, if it shows on my tape, we have Orange Hurricane, does a screen to the left. You gain your lineman in space. Dragon. That's tackle pull. I don't want to put too many of our plays out there. Crab, GT counter.
That's
I
too much.
knew,
Yeah.
um, the particular type of offense where the biggest part of my development, right, was people wanted to see me be more patient, get up to the second level, and be more dominant in the run game. This tape shows me being patient, getting to the second level, and being more dominant in the run game, and getting me more space. Using my athleticism that I claimed I had, but didn't show on tape, particularly.
But they didn't
So
see yet.
and see it. So I knew transferring to the school will open up my range of my games, showing my athleticism, and I knew my offensive trainer turning me to now coach will get me to the next step in my game that I needed. So this tape this year shows me being the three things I just said and being more of a technician and being a more dominant and complete player. So
So,
yes,
and before we get into that, because now they gonna be in the comments. All right, show the tape. What I love about this move you made this year is one of the big questions when you got a star player that's going to who has aspirations to play as a freshman, to play early. It's, can he translate? Can he
right,
go from being a leader to a new locker room, new system, new environment? You proved that this year without a shadow of a doubt. You was comfy. You know what I'm saying? You were big man on campus. No matter where you go, you're gonna be big man on campus. But you knew the
right,
system at Sumner. You know what I mean? You were comfortable there. You took yourself out of your element, went to a new locker room, new terminology, new everything, and
right.
still showcased the same leadership, the same
Um,
athleticism, the same tenacity, and the same dominance. Speak to
right.
how that experience is gonna help you when you get to Eugene for your freshman year.
So, just not just going on the field, but off the field. I feel like the environment I transferred to, where you in the environment where you're looking around, kids getting picked up in Mercedes Benz, G wagons, Cybertrucks, Porsches. You just looking around, your mind blowing at first, but 5 weeks in, this is the standard. So, like what we talked about earlier, I knew this move will be not just gonna help me beneficially on the field, but off the field. I transferred to the school to not only get better on the field when it comes to getting developed, but I was also looking forward to people ask me why you transferred to a 1A school. It's the relationships that you just simply can't have at a regular school. So I don't want to put the name out there, but I end up finding a new mentor that is a Super Bowl champion. Just because his son play on the team. I was able to the last couple of weeks. I was able to shadow a couple people, doctors, lawyers, all that type of stuff, just to figure out what I want to major in, right? And then I'm
I
building
love
relationships
that.
with inside the school. I know my coach Muduffy got a buttload of relationships. So if I need anything, I just give him a call, and I'm so respectful and so nice to people that they gonna want to look out for me just because. So that's like I didn't people try to ask me why you transferred to a small school. Why you go to Armory? Why you do this? Why you that? But that is the
there
reason
was
why I did that. Exactly. It was I
there
think
was
it
purpose.
was more of a business move compared to just go out and win states and join a super team.
I like that there was purpose behind it. It was
Right.
because ultimately, yes, the goal at freshman Zaire, the goal was D1, but the ultimate goal is not that. The ultimate goal is a league. The ultimate
Exactly.
goal is what's life after that as well,
After football.
right? Who is Zaire after 10 years in the league? Who is Zaire after 15 years in the league? So I
Hmm.
like that you've always, and y'all can go back to last year's episode. You've always had that foresight that
Exactly.
yes, I'm dominant on a football field, but football ends at some point. I want to be great at this, but I want to be great at whatever I do next as well. I love
Exactly.
that you've always had that foresight to look at it and say, let me put in the work on both ends. Let me put the
There's
work
more.
in the classroom and relationships. Not if I'm a work this hard to be a great football player, let me be a great student. Let me be a great human being as well. I like
Exactly.
that you've always thought 10 steps ahead
Have
when
to.
when it's come to that.
Yes, sir.
So if I asked you if you could point one thing that Zaire Addison did this year 10 times better than he's ever done in his high school career, what is that one thing?
I think what the biggest thing was just try taking in the young boys, just being a better leader than what I was to the leaders that were. I looked up to my freshman year. Um, I just try to soak in, try to talk to all the young boys on the team. That we have, I believe, 2 or 3 eighth graders with 4 or 5 Power Five offers and a freshman with a couple Power Five offers. But I try to be a better leader. If you need anything, any tips, if you need learn Pilates, if you need me to take you here, take you there. If you have any questions, let me know. So I think the biggest things was, I think I did a great job being a leader last year, but the biggest thing was just giving back, right, giving back to the youth and just doing everything I can for my young boys because they're the future and carry what they up to for success up into the future, and also doing a better job of. I think I did a good job last year with connecting with the staff at Sumner for my goals, but getting more deeper dive into the relationship aspect. So I think the biggest things was that I improved was not just on the field, but just off the field, just taking care of the young boys in the priority, giving back to the youth, and also getting more in deep dive when it comes to relationships with the people you have.
How is that, Zaire? How is that being the OG, bro? Because just a couple years ago, you're under a learning tree. You're trying to learn from that senior, from that junior. Now it's you. Now, when the times are tough, when the offensive line is all right, we haven't played our best, but we needed this drive. They all turn their heads to you. And they're
Right.
all right, what do we got to do? Or if your guard right next to you is like, hey, Z, I'm having issues with this guy. He looking at you now. How was that adjusting and being that guy that everyone else can lean on when they do have a question? Like you said, even if it's something small, hey, how do I even get into Pilates, bro? How do I start shaping my body and my athleticism? How has that transition been becoming the guy that you know they can come to, even if it's the small things?
I think I think I always been a person I always wanted to help people and get back. So I think the transition was pretty smooth. I'm not the biggest speech guy, so I let the all right tackle Rutgers commit Garrett Gordon do the speeches, but I'm more of it's GT counter. Um, we had a combo to the backside backer, but you stayed on the guard for too long. I'm more of that type of guy. I'm more like a technician type of person that like it's like eats and pieces that you're missing. So I think but the biggest thing was like you asked me um what was it just for basically the whole team to look up to me and seeing how they can improve. And I think since I've been doing this since I was a sophomore, always trying to give tips and give back. And even where I train at, like younger kids, I'm signing autographs and younger kids asking me advice. I think I did. I think I'm still doing it, and I think I did a pretty good job. So, to answer your question, I think I transitioned pretty well.
You've been a great ambassador for that program, not just for that program, but once you commit to Oregon, that logo carries with you, right? That
Exactly.
influence carries with you. Like you said, you got eighth graders with P4 offers, and they may be thinking to themselves, yeah, maybe I can go to a local school. But they're seeing the dude they look up to walk around with that Oregon team kit on. Now they're thinking that's possible. I don't have to stay here. I can go
Right.
play on the West Coast if I want. I can go play Big Ten if I want. You
Mhm.
you laying that groundwork just lets a young guy know it's possible now. I don't have
Right.
to just go to a small school here. I can broaden my horizons. I can think about, do I want to be a doctor after football because I'm watching Big Bro do it. So I
Exactly.
like that you've laid that groundwork for the guys behind you, not just on football, on life as well, on how to handle recruiting, on how to answer coaches back, how to be respectful. You started this with saying
I
the
just
reason
started.
people really want to help you is because they're respectful.
Right. 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 Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know,
Just
the people want to give you the advice. They want to further your journey because you're just a good person. That
exactly.
that culture is going to stay there even after you're gone.
Yes, sir. Exactly. You're absolutely right. Like I remember one of my young boys. His government name is Antonio Thomas, but we call him Wank. He's one of our defensive ends that got 5 offers right now. I remember like he didn't even know how to work Twitter and he didn't even know how to post the office. So like I had to find pictures for him, tag all the coaches and all that type of stuff just to help him out.
See, and I don't think the regular person understands how important it is for young guys to get themselves out there, to be
Right.
seen, to get the exposure, to show the love to the staff that are showing you love so they continue to. And I like that you've been that mentor where it's like, hold on, bro, if they sent this to you, make sure you post it. This is how you post it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean by the little things. The
Exactly.
little things will help everybody on that roster because next year he gonna do that to somebody. Oh, hey, Bowling Green sent you that. Hey, make sure you post that. Let me show you how. Come here.
Right,
You
right.
gotta. So
Right.
I like that.
And
One of
then
the
it's
cool things
and
that
then
you
it's a
got to experience.
I want to cut you off. I'm sorry. And now
Now you're
it's a
good.
reset button. It's a reset button for me. I'm heading there early to learn to the older guys, Josh
Yeah.
Connolly and Cornelius. Like both of them gonna be draft picks. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn behind them. Trying to soak everything behind them. I'm what I did for the young boys this year. I'm doing the same thing to them. I aggravate them. I'm gonna tag them shorter. Hey, how you do this? How you do that? How you do this? How you set like this? Oh, what made you do this here? So it's basically kind of a reset button. It is a reset button. I'm just doing the whole process again. So yeah.
That going in early, Zaire, speak to the importance of that and how that's going to help your progression
Oh
in
my God, it's
college.
right. It's key. I told
It's
my older
huge.
guys went that didn't go, wishing they can go, and all the older guys saying that did go. They're 6 months ahead as everybody else is coming in. So just from a development aspect, like you, this time you don't get back. So, and my dad always told me, time don't wait for you. Take advantage of every opportunity you get. My mom told me the same thing. Take advantage of every opportunity because time doesn't wait for you. Time continues to click. So me getting early in the 6 months boost ahead, everybody else is coming in. It's just a big plus. I can't speak highly enough of how big for any young guy, any recruit out there to come in early.
You're essentially a sophomore once the season starts, experience
Exactly.
wise. You know what I
Experience
mean?
wise.
You got a leg up just on everybody. So you've been developing this relationship with Oregon. This is not an overnight thing.
No.
Speak to the love and care that staff put in when it came to recruiting you, whether that's Coach Terry, Coach Lanning, or the people we don't see all the time. Because it takes a village when you land a big time recruit like this. Give a shout out to that Oregon staff and that recruiting staff.
Shout out to the law firm. Shout out to Coach Walk. Shout out to Coach Cav. Shout out to Coach Warmack. Shout out to Coach T. Shout out to Coach Caleb. And who I'm missing? I'm missing anybody, Mama? Oh, shout out to Lydia too. Love Lydia. She's not part of the law firm, but shout out to Lydia too. Shout out to Coach Kobe. He did an excellent job recruiting me these last 3 years. Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Lannon. Shout out to him, and shout out there. Shout out to Josh. Appreciate you. Appreciate your dog for the take make sure I'm straight while I'm up there. Shout out to the dog AJ. Both my dogs gonna be dry picks. Shout out to Norris. He finna be a dry pick soon. He from that's my dog from Lakeland. But you said yourself, it takes a village to land a big time a blue chip like me. They've been recruiting me since my sophomore year. Coach, it's a funny story. Coach Ray showed Oregon a video of me running track and wrestling and me kicking for the first time, making that transition to offensive line. And Coach Terry said, "That's my guy." He saw the upside for 47 other schools did, and he just continuously built that relationship from there. And once I got up there, it was game over. People don't know. My second visit, I was ready to commit before I had my whole family up there. And that's before money was even a thing or even in a conversation. So once I got my whole family up there and came up there in June, it was game over.
Talk to me about that experience. What because the fan base up there so passionate about that school. The alums are so passionate. What's it like going up there as a recruit and then going up there as the commit? What's that experience been like getting up there to Eugene?
So the difference from a commit and a recruit is like, yes, come here, yes, 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 come here, yes, yes. To oh my God, you're coming here. I can't wait for you to be a freshman All American. Oh yeah, slapping your butt. Like like it's just some stuff you can't explain to the people. You just really got to experience to be there. So I feel like the biggest thing was just the fan base is just really exciting and erratic for for you to come in and to the program instead of just saying, "Oh, come here, come here, come here." It's like, "Oh, yes, we got him. We need him. Do your thing, go ball." So, I feel like that's the best way to explain that.
And then your future head coach has more energy than most guys you see on a
Yes.
sideline and post games. And sometimes I'm at the crib listening to him talking. I'm like, I'll run straight through that wall for that man right now.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure.
you're hearing him last year before the Colorado game. You're hearing him before these big games. The energy he speaks with you can tell why the guys play so hard for him. What's been your experience with Coach Lanning?
He been so in the meetings he's kind of more on the chill side, but I did get to see him in game and in action and the energy and the pregame speech and the after game speech. He just fired up, man. It's just if you know his story, you see why you know why he's fired up and go hard for his team that he do. I didn't want to put his story out there. I'm pretty sure there's a video out there on his story, but if you know his story, you know his background, it gives a good explanation of why he's so passionate and fired up about the game and why he loves what he do compared to all the other coaches. They're doing it for money, but he's doing it because it's truly a passion.
And you can feel when you watch him, you literally can feel that
The
passion from
aura,
him. But I like what you
aura.
said too, that aura, yes. But what I love what you said is he knows how to dial it back. When it's time for a chill meeting, he knows how to be that CEO, be that, all right, bro, let's talk. But when it's time to make somebody run through a wall, he also knows how to turn up and
Make it throw.
give you that excitement as well. Then the
Yep.
class y'all pulling in, Zaire, y'all not playing fair. So I'm gonna mention somebody else that's down there in Florida. You bringing up there with you, Dallas Wilson. How excited are you to get up there and have another dog like that to build this amazing freshman class that's going to Oregon?
I'm excited for sure. I'm gonna build a relationship with him when I get there because me and him go to different schools, so I don't really got a true relationship with him yet. But it is exciting to get another kid from Tampa. It's just not you going up there. You have somebody that's from the same city as you, so I know when it get hard at times, I'll have somebody to talk to and connect with. So that's why I got to
Somebody
say
you can relate to too.
yes, exactly.
I keep rewinding this for a reason. I'm gonna pause this for a second. So our big blue chip first round projected star offensive lineman goes to a new school for this year, right? And you could have done the bougie thing where you said, look, I'm here to work on my run game. I want to be more tenacious. I need this kind of film. I ain't playing defense no more. I'm I'm certified on this at tackle. I'm not about to put myself out there, but you're such an unselfish football player that you still playing defensive tackle and still wreaking havoc. Bro, speak to that mindset you've always had where it's the team first, it's what the team needs from you first, regardless of the accolades and the stars.
I want to win. Simply put, is that every year I've been in high school, I always make the playoff. I've been to states one time, but every year I've been in high school football. I never lost more than 4 games, and I've been to states every year. So when I transferred in, I said I'll bring the tenacity that I brought to Sumner. I'm gonna do everything I can for this team to win. So simply put, is that I want to win. I want to win football games. I told them that straight up, and I came over here. Unfortunately, we didn't win a state championship. I came over there to win a state championship, get developed and build relationships. But the thing is to win and make it to the playoffs. So whenever they need me on goal line, whenever they need me to get in the game, my D line, that's what I did.
Bro, that and then so we coming off the edge. Hold on now. Hold up. So we start to film off playing running back, right? We're a blue chip offensive tackle, getting it done in the trenches. Now we standing up, coming off the edge.
Just a little piece. I ain't really do shit this play. I ain't really do. I did get off the ball though. I'm getting off the ball though. I'm getting off the ball.
Still got the pressure.
That's a
Still
little
got the
pressure.
pressure though. The bull rush nasty. Bro said he ain't do nothing. You drove a man 10 yards back.
I ain't get the sack though.
See? And that's why Dan Lanning, for any of y'all that are wondering why, that answer right there is why.
Mm.
Drove a guy back 10 yards, made the quarterback get rid of the ball early, disrupted the complete play. And what does Zaire just say?
No, I ain't get
Yeah,
to
but I
sign.
ain't finish it though.
I ain't finished.
Because I ain't finish it.
You gotta finish.
That is why Eugene been on you since that sophomore year. That's why Coach Terry saw the twinkle in your eye, the hard work and the dog inside. Even when you were wrestling, he saw that in you
Right. He came to my
and
wrestling
knew.
tournament too. That's another funny story I didn't tell you. Oh man, I
That
was
is that
so
how
ready
y'all
for that
first
headgear.
connected?
Oh no, is that the first time? No. So he came before to my school. That I think, yeah, so the first time he came by himself, and then the second time, yeah, he came by himself. First time, mom. Second time he came with Landon. The third time he came to my wrestling match, and he saw me lost. I almost threw my headgear. I was so mad, but he was like, "I saw you. I saw." He's like, "I just want to see your flexibility. How flexible you is. You the most flexible lineman person I ever saw in my life. That's what I want." So he didn't even. He was just looking for like the athleticism, the grit, and how flexible I am. And yeah, I checked all three of his boxes. So if it wasn't for him, I would throw my headgear that day. But I didn't.
Kept that composure. You kept
I
that composure.
had, yeah, I had to.
Move some furniture in that locker room, though. I bet you
Uh,
move some furniture in that
uh,
locker room when you in that locker.
we ain't even go back to the locker room. That's the thing.
So you've done what I like too about your journey, Zaire, is you never limited yourself.
Mm-mm.
For young football players out there that are thinking, oh, I have to just play football. I can't wrestle. I can't run
Mm-mm.
track. I can't hoop. Give them just a little piece of advice on how important it is to still be well-rounded, to learn from these other disciplines.
Yeah, so different sports work different parts of your body. So with wrestling, it works the small parts of your body that you never feel before. So when you're wrestling somebody, you getting taken down or you're trying to maneuver your way back up, you're working different head movements side to side, doing different stretches, you're doing up downs, you're doing burpees, you're constantly doing push-ups, you're constantly moving. It helps with flexibility, helps with grit, the grind, and your stamina. So it checks all the boxes. Basketball helps with stamina, helps with your bounce, helps you to get more athletic. Track helps with condition. Track, I say, it helps you get faster, helps you get your conditioning. And all them sports sports all teach us to how to hard work and connect and build with your teammates because it's really a lifetime full of relationships in this industry, you could say. So it doesn't don't I say play other sports because it not just help you with all that stuff physically and mentally, but it also helps with your recruiting as well. You have silly Billy over here that will play for one sport, 6'5", 260, has 4 offers, and then you look at silly Billy over here, he has 30 offers. The tape's similar, but they probably gonna take the other kid because he played multiple sports. So he's probably a better character kid, play multiple sports so that he know he's super athletic. I know he's probably super duper athletic, way more athletic than the other guy. And since he plays those sports, he's willing. I can make the argument that he's willing to learn compared to the other kid that play one sport. So that goes hand in hand as well. So any kid out there, I'll play as many sports as I can, probably till up until my junior year. But if you wrestling, then keep wrestling. That's what I have to say.
Especially because power, leverage, like as you learn so much from all of these other disciplines
Right.
that you don't even realize go into your game. You're not even realizing it, but you getting under everybody pads because you learn leverage on the mat.
Exactly.
So ain't nobody ever got to tell you to stay low and fire off. You've been doing that. It's
Right.
already ingrained in you. You're learning, and like what I love what you said is conditioning too. Because a guy like you ain't coming off the field. You play both ways. You know how valuable that is when your
Exactly.
big time star don't come off the field. Like I
Right.
said about setting a trend, that freshman now believes this is the standard. This is
It's
what I
the
have to do.
That's what you gotta
The
do.
very minimum is what Zaire did. So I can't loaf. I can't, my grades can't be trash because his never was. Somebody gonna loaf next year, bro, and they gonna stop him and say, look, bro, we just had all world offensive tackle here. And he was first in every drill, first in every sprint. So we're not taking that from nobody else. You
And
gotta follow that same standard.
Exactly. And I always help the youth. I always gave back. I always told the kids, if you need anything, let me know. Ask me.
So your journey in high school has come to an end. I gotta ask you. I know this is gonna be a hard one because you play a lot of football, a lot of great football games. If I had to ask you, what's your favorite memory from high school
Touchdown.
football? Let's go. Let's go. That's 4 years in the making.
And it was senior night. And it was senior night.
You did that on senior night?
It was senior night.
All right. I'm gonna ask, what was mom's reaction when you got in the end zone?
She don't know because she ain't look at it. I ain't get a react. I ain't get the reaction till after the game. She missed the touchdown.
Tell them I was there to cheer one.
Well, junior year, she almost cried because she saw the touchdown. But the second this year touchdown, I look like something. Last year's I didn't. This year,
Speak to
this is all right. But this year, I look like something though. I look like somebody.
This year,
she liked the last year one better.
I like that. I like this year. This year, I like
Now,
this year.
but see, this year you put the foot in the ground. Like this year, you
I turned on the Jets. Exactly.
yeah, this year looked like a running back there.
and I didn't know who was going.
She said she knew. She said somebody scored, but she didn't know who it was.
She didn't know it was you.
She didn't know it was me.
See, that's because he looked like a running back. See, that's because he ain't. That's because he looked like a running back there.
I was so
So, and I know family is everything to you. So when I ask this question, I don't ask this lightly. The day you committed, not for you. How do you feel that day was for everybody around you, for moms, for everyone that's supported you all these years? What was that day like when you chose to become an Oregon Duck for the family?
It was mind blowing. It was surprise. I committed. I told Landon. He was like, "Are you gonna take any more visits?" I said, "Coach, you shut this shit down right now." He
Let's
was like,
go.
he was like, "What you talking about?" I said, my recruiting process is over. I'm committed. And everybody started running around. Everybody went crazy. Who hiding? Who? This and that there. And then my family was looking around like, "Nigga, what? Like what just happened?" Because I had official visits to Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State, and Penn State left, and I was supposed to take those visits, but I ended up shutting it down. I never took those official visits. So yeah.
Well, I know what I love about that is earlier you said I knew before I committed. I knew I knew I was gonna commit. And then the day of, you like everybody going crazy. But the reason he said everybody going crazy is because he wasn't. Because in his mind, he was like, I made this decision a month ago. Like I'm not as shocked as everybody else because I knew I was going to Oregon.
I think the happiest thing for me was for my family was family. Some of my family wanted me to go to Stanford. Some of my family wanted me to go to UCLA. Some of my family wanted to go to Penn State. Some of my family wanted me to go to Florida. Some of my family wanted to go to Colorado. But I ended up making my own decision, and they was kind of in the middle, like, I ain't really want him to go here, but I see what he like. If he likes it, and he likes it, he gonna put it in the work. I know what he gonna do. I can see it. I can see the fit. He gonna be just fine. And it was my decision ultimately, and I think my family came to agreement on that. And on my last visit, my whole family felt comfortable, and they see league potential now because the overall how the recruiting process went, and everybody eventually fell in love with the school. So everybody on board with it now.
I like they
They
respected
don't
your
really got no choice
decision.
either.
I like they respected it, but it was also like it's the decision whether you respect it or not. But I like that what you said is they gave you the look. I'm not about to push him. If this is his choice, it's his choice. I may have a say or where I want him to go, but I like that they still said, nah, like he's always handled this with maturity. He's always done his due diligence, whether it's small visits or big visits. So when you made that decision, I know Unc was like, man, I wanted Penn State. Hey, but as I here chose Oregon, it's a reason. You know what I'm saying? I like that they gave you that grace because for some players, they get the pressure, whether it's from brother, from uncle, from parents. But I love that your circle, whether they had their preferences or not, still respected and trusted that you would make the right decision at the end.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Bro, two of my favorites, period, that I've ever done Look, I cannot wait to see you in that uniform next year. I cannot wait to see you in Eugene.
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
Early freshman All-American list. I don't even need to see it. You own it. I know it.
You said that's love. Manifest it. Claim and manifest it. You
Got to.
I might change my name to Sewell Addison.
Hey, let's go.
I'm wearing 58 up there.
You're gonna keep the number, right?
I'm gonna keep the number. So yeah, so the 58s, I got a high standard. Nate Sewell with the top 5 draft picks. Chester Powers Johnson was a 2nd round draft pick. So I gotta carry the number. I gotta follow the trend, the track. So it's a high standard with that number. So I can't let it down.
Let me tell you what it's gonna be. 58. Let me tell you what it's gonna be in 3 years. You're gonna have mama in New York at that draft.
Oh,
Y'all gonna be sitting at that table. I'm gonna be at home with the 58 Oregon screaming.
That's love.
I'm gonna be at home with the 58. Mom gonna be at the table.
You might have.
I'm gonna be at home.
I might gotta ship it to you. You ain't gonna have that one on Amazon.
Yeah, you know I got.
Yeah, you don't get that Amazon, Jerry. You gotta get the real thing.
No, I gotta get the real. I gotta get that stitching.
They got so many jerseys. I think everybody should be able to get one. We got too many jerseys.
Y'all got a bunch of jerseys.
Exactly.
A bunch.
Exactly.
What the future gonna be is that 58 gonna be in that Ring of Honor, in that stadium, on draft night. You're gonna be sitting at that table with mom.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna manifest that now. But you have only excelled at every level you've been in because of the work you've put in and your dedication to this game and to everything you do. Bro, you this year said, let me take a sidestep and let me shadow some lawyers. Let me shadow some doctors. Let me well round myself and start thinking about my future. That's why you're gonna be at that table.
Oh, for sure.
Not just because you can knock a defensive end 20 yards off the ball and then go get the safety too. It's because what's up here and what's in here. That's why you and mom are gonna be at that table, bro.
Right, I appreciate it. Thank you. We're gonna speak.
Look,
we in the salon now. We're speaking and manifesting it right now.
Manifesting it right now, bro. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have a green on. I'm a top 5 pick. I'm letting it rip. My voice gonna be gone again on draft night.
I appreciate it, dog. That's love.
And we're gonna pray the Dallas Cowboys draft him because I need this man protecting my quarterback in the future.
You know what? I don't even. You know what? The two teams that I said I always told myself I want to play. Well, 3. It's the Bucks, the Cowboys, or the 49ers, or the Chargers,
Let's go.
2 of the teams is in LA. I would love to play for LA. No. California. I'm sorry. Back up. Rewind. California. I love LA though. So either LA, the Chargers, the 49ers, the Bucks because it's at home, or the Cowboys. Denver too. I love Colorado. Colorado's a beautiful state. I wouldn't mind playing for Denver.
Bro. Me and the wife went there a couple years ago. Fell in love with it.
It's a beautiful state. People on the south.
For those people who haven't seen Eugene either,
it's beautiful.
Can you tell people what that city is like and how beautiful it really is?
I mean, other than it, excuse my language, Mom, not being shit there. The outskirts, the outskirts of it is beautiful though. The whole state is beautiful. You just gotta travel and drive and just see it for yourself. It's beautiful.
I like that you're giving yourself this experience, going out of your comfort zone, finding, because what I love too is you committed to a culture, to a staff. You said that Coach Terry started showing up your sophomore year.
Yes.
Love who loves you. That's the important part of this, isn't it?
Exactly.
Before, like you said, before the 47, before the rivals, before the 24/7, before On3 wanted to quote every game, they saw the potential all the way back then.
Right. Exactly.
So I love that story has come full circle, and now our freshman All-American gonna be there next year.
Shout out to Coach Norvell for offering me at the camp, starting my opportunity. Shout out to Coach Atkins, you're gonna get a job soon. Shout out to Coach Trotwine for offering me for being one of my first 3 offers. Shout out to Coach Terry for offering me early as well. I appreciate you, dog. I love you, dog. Ready to work. I also wanted to give a shout out to Coach Hoodie at USF Got to give the young boy, the little boys some love. Those are for my first 4 offers. I wanted to get a shout out to them as well. Shout out to Florida State because they started my recruiting process early. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
When I say culture and being an elite young man, that's what I'm talking about, Ziyare. This interview is supposed to be about you. You made sure at the end, hey, hold on, CB, get out the way. I got to make sure I show love to these coaches who have been along my journey. For young players out there, don't forget that kind of stuff. I love that you still didn't forget that, or any of those coaches that have impacted your journey. Because when we finish the journey, the book gonna be this long, NFL All Pro and up, but it all starts, like you said, with that first offer,
Right.
with those first coaches that believed in you, and you never forgot that. That's
Right.
what I mean when I say elite individual, bro. That's what I'm talking. For those of y'all in the chat, I didn't ask him. I didn't say, hey, make sure you sound good when you. This is who Ziyare Addison is. This is who he is as a person. That's why you're going to be successful. When I'm saying you're finna be in New York at the table, I mean that. It's because of stuff like this, bro. I wish you nothing but good health and success. 3 straight years of domination out there in Oregon. Then we buying first-round draft pick jerseys.
So any recruits out there, the grass is damn more greener than Oregon than anybody else. Just letting y'all know that. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my siblings. Shout out to Coach Ray. Shout out to my grandparents because they never said I shout them out. Shout out to my grandparents. Shout out to everybody at the Trench Academy where I trained out. Shout out to Tyree St. Louis, my mentor. Shout out to Big Play Raymond McNeil. Appreciate you for mentoring me since I walked in the training facility. Shout out to my mentor that I want to say his name out there, but he's a Super Bowl champion. Damn, who am I missing? Anybody else? Shout out to Chris Rogers. That is my uncle. I want to give a huge shout out to him as well. Love you, Unc. Who else? I think that's it. Shout out to the law firm. Shout out to Coach Landon. Thank you for the opportunity. Love y'all boys. Ready to work. Let's go.
Hey, shout out to Oregon. Shout out to that entire staff. Because like we said earlier, when you bring in a recruit like this, it's everybody there, from the people that take the pictures to the people that pick them up. They show this family love. Shout out to that entire staff. Ziyare, I cannot wait to see you ball out up there next year, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. I'm trying to put my phone on. Wow, my phone finna die.
Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all go follow Ziyare right now. I'm putting all of his stuff down in the chat. Oregon fans, if you even not an Oregon fan, you go hit that follow button. Trust me, this is an offensive tackle you're going to want protecting your NFL quarterback in the next 3 years.
For sure. Appreciate you for having me. Love, bro. Always love being on here.
Thank you, bro. Always, always love. I cannot wait to see you ball out next year, fam.
For sure. You already know what time it is. Go Ducks.
We out. Go Ducks.
We out.